Hello friends and welcome back to my channel that is Creative Biology. In the previous lecture we finished the binary fission. In today's lecture we shall be learning about multiple fission, plasmotomy and budding in yeast and in animals. So let us start our chapter, that is reproduction in organism part 2nd, presented by Satnam Singh, that is me. Today we shall be learning about multiple fission, plasmotomy, budding, budding in yeast and in animals. So let us first discuss about multiple fission. So what is multiple fission? In this process, the parent body divides into many similar daughter nucleus. Parent body divides into many similar daughter nucleus. But sorry, here is a mistake. Instead of nucleus, here is individuals. Individuals. In this process, the parent body divides into many similar daughter individuals. But in binary fission, it only forms two daughter individuals from one parent. But in multiple fission, there is many similar individuals. Clear? Multiple fission occurs in amoeba, plasmodium, and other protozoans like Monocystis. I hope you are familiar with amoeba and plasmodium. Let us see Monocystis. Monocystis is a protozoan and here is its structure. So let us first discuss about multiple fission in amoeba. Under favorable conditions, amoeba covers itself with the covering known as cyst wall. Amoeba covers itself into a cyst wall. Encysted amoeba divides by multiple fission and produces many minute amoebae called pseudopodiospores. Encysted amoeba divides by multiple fission means amoeba which are covered by cyst wall divides by multiple fission and produces many minute amoebae called pseudopodiospores. When the cell cyst wall ruptures means breakdown, it releases pseudopodiospores in surrounding medium. Means when cyst wall break down, it releases pseudopodiospores which grow up into mature amoebae. So let us see the diagram. As shown here, here is a amoeba which is covered by a cyst wall or a cyst. Here are formation of many minute nucleus or daughter cells which is known as pseudopodiospores. Minute amoebae formed are known as pseudopodiospores. When the cyst wall ruptures, pseudopodiospores come out and forms mature or young amoebae. It forms mature and young amoebae. Our next topic is multiple fission in Plasmodium. As you all know about Plasmodium, yes, it is a protozoa and it causes malaria. In Plasmodium, multiple fission occurs in the schizont as well as oocyst present over the stomach of female Anopheles. Female Anopheles is a mosquito. Here schizont means rounded structure present in the liver cell and RBC of humans. And here oocyst means the encysted, means inside the cyst zygote which is inside the cyst is known as oocyst. Clear? So next is when multiple fission occurs in schizont, the daughter individuals are known as merozoites. It means when multiple fission occurs in schizont, means in liver cells or in RBC of humans, the daughter individuals are known as merozoites. Merozoites. It is very important. Merozoites. But in case of oocyst, when multiple fission occurs in oocyst, the daughter individuals are known as sporozoites. The daughter individual then known as sporozoites. Clear? I repeat it. When multiple fission occurs in schizont, the daughter individuals are known as merozoites. And when multiple fission occurs in oocyst, the daughter individuals are known as sporozoites. Clear? Let us see the diagrammatic representation. Here it is a schizont. Here is the formation of daughter nuclei and it matures in this stage, and finally schizont ruptures and it forms merozoites. If in the place of here there is a oocyst, then instead of merozoites here is sporozoites. Sporozoites. Clear? If here is presence of oocyst. It is a diagrammatic representation of multiple fission in Plasmodium. So our next topic is plasmotomy. So what is plasmotomy? Plasmotomy is a division of multinucleate parent into many multinucleate daughter individuals without division of nuclei. It means it is a process of division in which no division of nuclei takes place. Nuclear division only occurs to maintain the normal number of nuclei. Nuclear membrane only occurs to maintain the normal number of nuclei. Clear? Plasmotomy occurs in Apellina and Pilomyxa these two are protozoans. So let us discuss or see the diagrammatic representation of plasmatomy in Apellina. Here Apellina is a protozoan which exists or it occurs or it may be present in the intestine of adult frog. Here is a diagrammatic representation of plasmatomy in Apellina. So let us see. When the frog defecates, here is formation of cyst or cell that is infectious. It matures without any nuclear division. It divides into multinucleate. Infectious stage. As shown in figure, here is no nuclear division. Nucleus doesn't divides. Here is a 4. Here is in this stage there is presence of 4 nuclei. In this stage also 4, and in this 4. It means there is no nuclear division. When it matures, it forms multinucleate organism from multinucleate parent. Clear? And when it comes into second stage, means in the intestine of frog, in non-breeding season, it comes into this stage and it divides. In breeding season, the frog again defecate Apellina or infectious stage into its feces, and again this cycle repeats and repeats. Clear? It is a diagrammatic representation of plasmatomy in Apellina. So our next topic is difference between binary fission and multiple fission. This topic is important because we finish the topic binary fission and also finish the topic multiple fission. So we must check the difference between binary fission and multiple fission. So let us see what is the difference. In binary fission, there is a formation of two daughter individuals. As I say, a single parent forms two daughter nuclei. But in multiple fission, there is a formation of large number of daughter cells, as you seen in the previous slide. Nucleus of parent divides once. Yes, it divides only once. Then it repeats. Mitosis means equational division, not reductional division. Nucleus of the parent divides once, but in multiple fission, nucleus divides repeatedly to form multiple nucleus. Clear? In binary fission, no residue is left. All the parent form two daughter individuals, but in binary fission, no residue is left. A single parent forms two daughter nuclei without forming any residue. But in case of multiple fission, residue is often left behind because when a cyst wall forms, the pseudopodiospores are come out, but the cyst wall remains as a residue. So residue is present in multiple fission, not in binary fission. Binary fission occurs in favorable conditions, but multiple fission occurs in both favorable and unfavorable condition. Binary fission makes an organism immortal because a single parent forms two daughter cells without forming any residue, so it is immortal. But in multiple fission, a residue is formed, so we never tell that the organism practicing multiple fission is immortal. So immortality is absent in multiple fission. Binary fission occurs in bacteria, amoeba, Eugellina, planaria, plasmodium, etc. Binary fission occurs in bacteria, amoeba, Eugellina, etc. or planaria, but multiple fission occurs in amoeba and plasmodium, etc. So these are the main difference between multiple fission and binary fission. So let us discuss about second type of asexual reproduction. First we complete the fission. We completed the topic fission, that is binary fission, multiple fission and plasmotomy. It is our next type of asexual reproduction, that is budding. So let us discuss what is budding. In budding, a daughter individual is formed in the form of a bud. Arising from the parent body. Occurs in yeast, cycon and hydra. I hope you are familiar with yeast and hydra. Here is a diagram of cycon. Cycon is a sponge or water living organism. We discussed cycon in the chapter 4, that is animal kingdom. Let us discuss about budding in yeast. I know you are familiar with this topic. It was covered in 9th class, but it also comes in 12th class in detail. So let us discuss about budding in yeast. In yeast, an outgrowth develops on one side of nucleus. As you all know, bud arise on the one side of nucleus. Nucleus divides mitotically, means equational division, and one nucleus shift into the outgrowth and known as bud. When mitosis occurs, it forms multinucleate, so one nucleus shift into bud, outgrowth known as bud. Next is, in budding the division is unequal, means sometimes bud may be large or sometimes may be small. Sometimes yeast possess many buds which may further have daughter buds. This stage is known as torula stage. It means, let me describe you. Let us suppose this is a parent body. Here is a bud, and on the bud here is also two buds. So this stage is known as torula stage, where on the bud there are further daughter buds. Clear? Let us check the diagrammatic representation of budding. Here is a nucleus which divides mitotically, and the division occurs unequal. One nucleus is large and other is small. When the nucleus shifts in the outgrowth, it is known as bud. Clear? It is in the previous slide we discussed budding in yeast. So let us discuss about budding in animals. Exogenous and external budding. In this type, budding occurs externally on the surface of body. It means budding only remains on the surface of body. So let us take example of hydra. Here is an outgrowth only on the surface of body, so we tell this exogenous budding. Here outgrowth matures or develops. Here the bud is ready for detachment. Here the bud detached, and in the next stage it matures. Clear? Our next topic is endogenous or internal budding. In exogenous, budding only remains on the surface, but in case of endogenous or internal budding, buds are formed within the body of organism, means inside the organism. When buds are formed inside, they are known as gammules. Endogenous or internal budding occurs in freshwater sponges and few marine sponges. Here is a diagrammatic representation. These small round buds are gammules. Gammules. Because they are formed within the body, so they are known as gammules, and this process is known as endogenous or internal budding. So let us discuss about the third type of budding, that is strobilation. In strobilation, there is a repeated formation of similar segments by the process of budding. Repeated formation of similar segments by the process of budding is known as strobilation. The whole segmented body is called strobila. Each segment, here is another mistake. Each segment is called ephyra. Each segment is known as ephyra. The whole segmented body is known as strobila, and one or each segment is known as ephyra. These ephyra breaks in water, feed and grow with time and change itself into jellyfishes. Yes, ephyra are changing themselves into jellyfishes. Strobilation also occurs in the neck of Taenia. Taenia is a tapeworm. We will cover this topic in chapter 4, that is Animal Kingdom. It is a diagrammatic representation of strobilation. Here is a young strobila. This complete segmented body is known as strobila, and one segment or every segment is known as ephyra. Ephyra. Clear? The whole body is known as strobila, and each segment means this one, this one, this one, and all these are known as ephyra. Clear? This is early ephyra. This is also a ephyra. So this is a diagrammatic representation of strobilation. Here is the repeated segmented body, which is known as strobilation. So our next topic is difference between binary fission and budding. It is the last topic for today. So let us discuss about binary fission and budding. In binary fission, the parent body divides into two equal halves, each forming a new individual. Parent body divides into two equal halves, forming a new individual. But in budding, parent produces a bud that gradually grows in size and separate from the body. Means the bud detach from the body, but in binary fission the parent divides into two equal halves. In binary fission, protuberance is not formed, but in budding, protuberance is formed. Protuberance means bud. Buds are not formed in binary fission, but formed in budding. Division is equal, as you all know, but in budding, division is unequal. In binary fission, parent body disappears. Yes, parent body disappears because it forms two daughter nuclei, but in budding, parent body remains intact. It doesn't disappear. Clear? In binary fission, examples are bacteria, amoeba, planaria, etc. In budding, the examples are yeast, cycon, hydra, etc. So I think it was sufficient for today. Please revise these topics. These are very important topics. In the next lecture, we shall be learning about fragmentation, Guillemet, regeneration, spore formation, and vegetative propagation. Till then, be safe. See you in the next lecture. Thank you.